Aloha, my name is Chris and I'm with Aloha Media Group based here in Hawaii. Today I want to talk to you about website usability. And what web usability is actually making your website easy for your users to navigate and easy for them to find the information that they want to find. I'm going to start with a preface on that first, and that is that internet marketing is completely different than any other form of marketing, and there's a reason that most agencies, advertising agencies in the country, have not been able to grasp the new media model. You know, the old form of advertising was an interruption-based model, and what that meant was that you're watching television and we're going to interrupt you with a commercial. You're reading the newspaper and we're going to interrupt you with an advertisement. Reading your magazine, guess what? We're going to interrupt you with an advertisement. Listening to the radio, you guessed it, interruption. What's unique about the internet is that, and why so many people are upset at pop-up ads, because that is an interruption model, people can actually go into Google, and we do it every day, and search for anything that they have interest in. And in this particular instance, they're not being interrupted, they're actually searching for something, they're trying to find you. And this is the dream of anybody who's in business, having the people who are interested in your product and in your service looking for you and being able to find you. Now, with that said, once the people do find you, they need to be able to navigate your website and find what they're looking for. Now, that requires a lot of research. Who are your users? Where are they coming from? Why are they there? And what do they want? You're going to have to address these issues when you're designing a website or when you're actually looking at redoing your website and improving it for these things, and always designing the website, every portion of the website, for the user. For instance, if you're going to sell Hawaiian widgets, and you want to launch this site called HawaiianWidgets.com. Well, you're going to have to first do some research on who needs a Hawaiian widget and who would be searching for a Hawaiian widget. And it means we're going to start doing some research on who your users are and what they're coming for and how we can actually lay this site out to make it easy for them. And a great example of this is Amazon.com. I think we've all been there. If you haven't, please go. Amazon.com is genius. It's set up for browsers and searchers. Now, the difference between these two categories of people is that a browser is somebody who knows generally what they want, but they're just kind of looking around to see what's out there. They're shopping. You know, a lot of people when they're buying a car are actually browsers. They're actually shopping around to see what they want. There's a few people that are searchers. Searchers know exactly what they want, and they're searching for precisely the thing that they want. These are two different categories of people, but very few websites are set up to accommodate both types of users. So if you look at Amazon, you want to go and, say, build a patio in your backyard. Well, you want to find a book that's about patios and backyard landscaping maybe. So you go in and you start punching these keyword terms into Amazon, and Amazon will actually show you the results and make it very easy for you to browse, to find what you want, to compare reviews. It's a genius model. Now, for searchers, you know exactly the title of your book and you want to buy the book, How to Make a Widget. You can go into Amazon and punch it in and pull up exactly what you want and buy it with one click. They've made it very easy for searchers and browsers. The other thing that we want to talk about in this, and I know this is a lot of information, but there are basically 4 different types of users. These types of users actually go a lot on personality type and how they adapt to the technology curves, and if they're early adapters or late adapters. And some people, for instance, they want to read, and they're researchers, and they want to read. Other people are very visual, and they just want to zoom through a site, get what they want, and get out very quick. And that's another challenge that you have when you're building your website. How can you make it accommodate to the different user types? Again, you can see the need right now for getting a really good grasp on who your users are. If you don't know, what are you going to do? Well, you can start. And one of the ways you can start is by actually looking at a Google Analytics report or checking out your weblog or whatever you've got for a tracking system and trying to get an idea and a grasp on where are your users coming from, how much time are they spending on your site, what pages are they going to right now. That's called web analytics. And web analytics is a very important part of the web usability process because it solves a lot of the riddles and the problems that we have. The second thing you want to do is you actually want to do some testing on your site. And that means, we call it A/B testing. That means maybe for 2 weeks, if you think you have a solution for something, for 2 weeks you try the new solution. And you see what the results are. Did it improve your conversions? And conversions meaning sales, your contact form, whatever you're looking for as a result. And then you can go back and do something else or revert back to the old one and contrast these two things and see what the results were. Usability and making your site a very web usable site is going to take time. It's a process. It's an ongoing living thing, if you will. And I think that one of the misnomers of a website is that it's kind of like a brochure. You make it, you post it up on the web, and it's done. Well, not if you want a successful one. If you want one that's successful, you're going to have to continually grow and identify who your users are and adapt the site to them. I hope this was helpful for you. Please stay tuned for more information.